Which color of beadlocks or TR or blazer? Yeah, blazer. So I like the green. Roman likes the red. So let's do that. And let's turn this around. So what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? It's Saturday night. Live on YouTube. 15 minutes. So let's see. We're not going to be on here long. We're just going to talk about a few of these here things to discuss. And to get what color y'all think. So let's get this stuff kind of out of the way. Let's get this guy over here. So let's get that in view so that at least that wheel can be seen. And there we go. Perfect. And then this guy, we'll put him, nope, we'll put him right there. Let's put him right there. All right. So, let's get these things. Here, let's just put that one to the side. Put that right here. So we're a little closer. And we'll wait and see what people think, because I want y'all's opinion. So come on in and let's talk for about 15 minutes. We're going to talk about parts. We're going to talk about upgrades. We are going to discuss a few things today. So come on in. Welcome in. How's it going? So, wait. All right. Hey, how's it going? Happy Saturday to you. Happy to have you here. Welcome in. So, I'm going to ask some questions about what I should do with this guy. But, hey, welcome in, everyone. How's it going? Hi there. Hey, AK Farms, Chevy. How's it going, man? So, hey, Chevy, got a little K5 right here, right? The TRX4. So the poll down there is to ask about beadlocks, right? I want to put beadlocks on here. And they don't offer these anymore. Let me rephrase that. Thank you. They don't offer this color in this anymore. So I I picked these up when I saw them, and the funny part is, they make beadlock tires in that same color of green, and so I want them. Now they also make these things in a red, and Roman, right, the young guy on our family here, he thinks that it would look better in red. So right, we have up here in the front, we have the green, and we of course we have our winch right there. And then in the back, we have the green. And so the question is, should we do the beadlocks in green or red? Or neither, right? So happy Saturday to everybody. So what I've got on this thing, I put the winch lately, right now. Actually, today, I just finished this winch. Last night, or 2 nights ago, I did the Pro Skill lighting kit on this thing, so the headlights work. The side lights here, those all work. Bing, bing. Tail lights, reverse lights, all that stuff is a functioning car. So, right? And I'll show you how I did it. Because it looks really neat. You know, it looks really nice under here. I got all the wiring all nice and neatly zip tied. See, and it comes right apart. But if you look, you'll see all the little wiring right there. All the little wiring right up there. And so that cable plugs into a module, and that module does turn signals, reverse lights, tail lights. So that module is one I had to add in. Oops, way over here. I think. No, that's in the way. Anyway, so I also put in the rock lights, so it actually has rock lights under there. So anyway, question is, and thank y'all for voting. I really appreciate the views, and I appreciate everybody for your vote. And it comes down to, should we put bead locks on this thing? So I have other plans for this. I like doing this work, these projects. This is enjoyable to me. It gives me something to do. Red. Thank you, AK. So we have a red. So there's other things to do inside of here too. I'm not gonna just do some bead locks. I'm not gonna go full extent. I know some people get really scale detail on this stuff, and that's really cool. I'm gonna keep mine, you know, not. I'm gonna put a little flashiness to it, but I'm not gonna go all out and put patina and and actually try to. Now I have a disruptor boat. It's actually the whole reason why I bought the TRX4 instead of the 4M, because I have a disruptor. So now I have something to pull the disruptor, right? So that's what this vote's about. This is the Slash. This guy is an Ultimate, and so I've done the orange suspension arms under there. We got these orange tires that looked brand new until Roman took it out. Anyway, one of them has a hole now. And so this thing, I have touched it very little. I'm still, I had to order some, so straight up, Traxxas doesn't have everything right now for my XRT and the Slash, but, so we got the orange suspension arms. I did the orange chassis bar here. I don't know whether or not to keep the blue drive shaft in there or to change it to the orange, because my whole goal is to do this orange and blue theme. So if we look, we have that in orange, and then I have the blue shock tower, right? So the plastic piece right here on the back, that'll change over to a blue. And so they didn't have the front, right? They had the rear, but not the front. And it's like, I'm gonna do these arms, I think, in an orange, because I can't get everything either in orange or in blue, but I like the idea of kind of changing that stuff up. So anyway, that's where this guy's at. I know I haven't been showing much of the other ones. I'm just waiting on parts, straight up waiting on parts, just like always. But anyway, it's not a very long live, but yeah. So like for instance, my bad. This is the knuckle arms for the XRT, and I got the other upper suspension arms for the XRT in. So now I can finish, the suspension arms. I have the knuckles, I have the carriers, but they're out of the actual steering blocks, right? And you have to have the steering blocks in order to use the steering casters in the aluminum, right? So in these parts like this, they all have to kind of flow together. And so they're out of stock right now. I'm waiting for them to come in. And what's up? Oh, look at this guy. He just got home. He likes these things. I try not to get him out when he's around, because he really wants to get into them. So I try to have it when he's around. They're all together. They're not apart, and he just gets to see them, and they're good for him, right? And then we take them out and we get to drive them around. But that's why this was only gonna be 15 minutes. It's only a short live. I knew he'd be back, but I wanted to discuss. I wanted to talk to everybody. You making faces? Yeah. What do you see there? See that one? Ooh, those screws are already getting rusty, huh? So anyway, guys, appreciate y'all coming and the votes, and like I said, about the 15-minute mark, I'll wrap this up. Here you go. You want to sit up here with me? Okay, so he's gonna sit up here with me for a minute. And so I'm just waiting on parts like for that. I'm waiting on parts for the XRT. But one of the other things that I was kind of looking at, and it's really interesting to me, but I don't know. The practicality of it, and let me put this show on, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. The practicality of these, this particular upgrade is very unique. There we go. But on this, that's being difficult. Sorry. So on this right here, right, the beadlock tires, they actually offer the TRX systems, and they're the tank tracks, and it's a pretty pricey upgrade in a way. But I like it, you know, and I like the idea of it, and I think that you know, considering that I like to go to the snow and to the mud, that it would definitely be practical to get for the family. But you know, it's something, maybe it's not something that's gonna make anything look better or nice. It's just something to potentially look at in the future. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so probably about the 12-minute mark, I'll wrap all this up and go ahead and call it an evening. But appreciate everybody for stopping by. Appreciate everybody for the thumbs up. And I hope all y'all have a safe and good weekend. Let's see what the votes ended up. Man, it's a 50-50. Wow. Hey, welcome in real quick. So I'm going to end this live very shortly. We're at a 50-50 vote. I don't want to end the poll. It's just a complete toss-up between the green and the red. So you see that? So what we have here is the Blazer, right? And I'm getting beadlock tires, and I don't know whether or not to get that beadlock in a green, which would match the green tow hooks right there, or whether or not to do it in the red to because that's what Roman likes. And so we've had one person in the chat that said red, and whoops. So let's see. Let me go to that. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Zach. He got home a little earlier than I intended, so yeah, he's joining me on this particular live. Yeah, he's never been on one before. Yeah, you seem to be doing okay. He's definitely not camera shy. No, not that I don't think he realizes people are watching him. Anyway, well, here's our 12-minute mark. Guys, the polls was dead even, 50-50. So maybe I can give y'all a little question about it later. Did I spell that right? Oh, headlocks. I meant beadlocks. Red. All right, cool. Thanks, OG. So yeah, so you think red too? You don't think the green to match the toe things? You know, because the only thing I don't mind the red. This is what this is for, right? I have a red XRT, so I was kind of like, ugh. I'm messing with a lot of red right now. And I haven't, where did those shoes come from? What in the world? Oh my gosh. So he has on a pair of shoes that squeak when he walks. He did not leave here with us. So anyway, guys, have a good evening. Have a safe weekend. And thank you for stopping by. Have a good night.